terribly fabulous. You should be able to see me in a little while. Good morning. Let me know if you can hear me, and you should be able to see me in a little while. Let me know, let me know, let me know. Oh, good. Dragon's not with me, so it might work. Yeah, let's see how it goes. Oh, disabled. Computer's disabled. I don't know if you've seen in your own. A lot of my websites that I'm trying to go to these days are actually not actually working. So communications are not going to be having fun. Okay, I'm not going to do the transcripts because it's annoying. So welcome to the cryptocurrency report for today, which is the 18th of April 2023, and the date came up, which is pretty exciting. Just remember the disclaimer and warning still applies. Let's start at the top. ADA AUD Cardano versus the US dollar. Now, I sold out of a few of my little playthings yesterday. I'm not sure what I've got left. Seriously not sure what I've got left. One of them was Doge. New line. ADA AUD, new line. Now we can see this creeping back down. If we want to pick up a retracement, we think about retracement of a 38.2% variety. Really down to around about that 63, 62 area, 63.62 cents. That's kind of the area where I'd first think about it, and it's edging down a little bit. If you want to buy back down there, then that's okay. I think I have I've got about half the position I had on, I think, in this, and maybe look to rebuy at that 63, 61 area. Okay, stop would be underneath 62.70. Now the spreads on these are quite wide, so you want to be careful with how you execute the stop losses, or how do you leave them in the market. New line. BTC AUD. We've been looking to buy a dip. Now we've got to think is this a good thing or a bad thing? At the moment, we're looking to buy a dip down to 42,700. And hasn't quite got there, so we might just wait for that. And that's back onto these old tops, new line. BTC USD, we're looking to buy at 28,888, and that's also down in the pile at the moment, so we don't think too much about that one. ETH BTC, Ethereum is doing better than Bitcoin at the moment, rallying quite well, so things have changed a bit for Ethereum. Volume is good. Probably you might want to take a little bit of profit if you've been long, but otherwise it's good. New line. ETH USD, Ethereum versus the US dollar, new line. We can see a little bit of a pullback, but nothing like Bitcoin has. It's still doing okay. This tends to be okay for another month or so. I think I said that last night, new line. KDA USD, Kadena. This is pulling back into the base, so if it is taking off, which I'm not yet sure, really taking off is above 101.13. That's something to think about. So we've had a good burst up and it's a pull back. So you might want to buy down around the 1.02 cents, $1.02, with a stop loss below 97 cents if you want to get into this new line. LTC USD, new line, LTC USD. We can see it's had an inside day. It's been a bit shy at the old top, so probably the best stop loss is around about 92.77 cents now. We'll move that stop loss up to 92.77. I think we moved it up yesterday, 92.15, so 92.77. Matic AUD. Matic. I think I sold a little bit. I think I bought just a little bit this morning when it dipped down. There we go. It dipped down. I've got a little bit. It's not really doing anything much. It's back onto the old top, so that's the reason for buying back in. We've seen it drop. Stop is at $1.70. If you felt like getting in, you could do so. I'm going to leave the stop loss at $1.70, new line. Cardano, we were looking to buy at 61.72, and nothing has happened there, new line. So that's about it for the for the cryptos. Let's have a squiz at what's going on with the US dollar index, which I think it overnight was rallying in line. Welcome to the Forex Speed Webinar for Tuesday, April 18th, 2023. Here is our disclaimer and warning. We have some vestiges of bullhorns and bear pause warnings. We have some bullhorns and short term in the USD CAD, and we have some long-term bear pause warnings in the EUR USD and USD CAD. Refer to last night's forecast, you like. US dollar index DX. You can see the US dollar index has popped its head up a bit, which is kind of nice. And probably heading towards that 102.48, 102.48 target at the moment, because it's resuscitated itself. You could have a stop loss below 100.4 in line if you wanted to buy this. At the moment, we're still hoping for a sell a little bit higher up in line. EUR USD. Does anybody notice what's happening with the website? So it's people finding websites are out, not available, and they're looking around. I'm just finding that I've got 3 or 4 internet connections here, and I'll try them all, and they just stop working. Sorry, not available. This site can't be reached. The connection was reset. Checking the connection. Reload. Nothing. It's very strange. This is the EUR USD, and we're not getting any data down the pipe. Moment. I'm using Elon at the moment. Maybe Elon's giving me the trouble. Okay, I'm trying a different way. Sorry about this. Okay, let's see if this can go now. US dollar index is at the top of the channel, which is not always the best thing. If you were long, you might want to take a little bit of profit. New line. EUR USD. And we can see the euro this is stuck on Friday, so I'm still not getting data properly. Let me know if you can hear me. Did I lose you? See if this works. Please let me know if you can hear me, because I have swapped internets. There we go, good. EUR USD, new line. EUR USD, new line. Find the transcript again. This is the weekly. We've had so far an inside week with a day and a bit worth of trading. Still looking a little bit heavy, and a break below 1.0890 looks down towards 1.0810. If you are shorting it, have a stop loss above 1.105, new line. AUD USD, new line. Great, thanks Brent. We've seen it go up, we've seen it come down to some support. It's a bit boring really, new line. GBP USD, new line. This is a little bit weaker than euro, so looking towards 1.2286 on the downside. At the moment, if you were short, have a stop loss at 1.25. Things are starting to roll. Probably better shorting on a breakdown below 1.235. Let's leave the currencies at that one, new line. Welcome to the Commodities Speed webinar for Tuesday, 18th of April 2023, new line. Here is the disclaimer and warning, new line. We have long-term bear pause warnings in cocoa, feeder cattle, live cattle, sugar, new line. We have short-term bear pause warnings in crude oil, cocoa, coffee, Kansas wheat, orange juice, live cattle, palladium, platinum, RBOB, gasoline, sugar, silver, corn, oats, new line. We have long-term bullhorns warnings in crude oil, cotton, lean hogs, lumber, natural gas, palladium, rough rice, rapeseed, oil, soybean oil, 5-year notes, 10-year notes, and wheat, new line. We have short-term bullhorns warnings in German Schatz, euro dollar, lean hogs, and lumber, new line. Baltic Dry Index is just in this fourth wave pattern. Maybe it goes down to 1193 to meet the bottom fourth wave, new line. Maybe it goes up to 1614 to meet the top fourth wave target before going down. It's in confusion land, new line. What do you do when your biggest buyer of goods wants to be at war with you, and what do you do with the country that provides you with most of your products that you use when it wants to be at war with somebody who you think is a little island but controls all the computer chips in the world, or the semiconductors at least, new line. Chinese iron ore, new line, we can see that it's also similarly confused and probably a bit lazy. Probably Easter malaise is on the list here, new line. London nickel, new line. Still getting better on this one. Looking for 24,857. It's seeming to break through the old tops just a little bit. So hopefully it'll go for a run, new line. My OGO position that we brought lower down, I was talking about, I think, in the webinar yesterday or whatever, seems to be working nicely. It broke through the 1-to-1. I'm glad I didn't take profit based on that. I was too busy yesterday to think. New line. About that one, that's good. New line. Coking coal, new line. Nothing really exciting to see about this one, new line. Last night we mentioned Whitehaven Coal, I think, in the trader date section. Maybe this will resume, but at the moment it's not showing any real signs of life, new line. Crude oil, new line. Yesterday I was thinking, well, this is really, it should settle back down to 76.12 or 75.51, new line. Gold, new line. Gold continues to be a bit weak. It still hasn't really broken, but 1985 or 1966 is the targets I mentioned yesterday, new line. Silver, new line. Silver, we had a stop loss. The low was 24.92, so I'm pretty sure we're stopped out. Exclamation mark for a profit on that one. We did have a take profit at 25.85. I'm not sure if we'd be able to got filled on that. That was on the 17th or something. 14th. Stopped out, exclamation mark for our profit. 17-4-23. New line. The 30-year bonds short that we have on, we took profit at 130 and 27, 30 seconds, new line. We probably shouldn't have. We took profit on 1/3, so we've still got that carrying. We can bring the stop loss down to 132. New line. One second, I need to go rescue somebody, I think. Just give me a... second. Okay, sorry about that. New line. Wheat, new line. Wheat has started itself up. And I don't mind a wheat at the moment by the way that it hit the bottom. I didn't put an order on to buy there. I don't know why, because it was really clear. Did mention it. But anyway, have a stop loss at $6.68, looking for $7.67 if you are getting into a new line. Welcome to the World Indices Speed webinar for Tuesday, 18th of April 2023. Here is our disclaimer and warning. We have the short-term bear pause warnings in the E-mini S&P, the Euro Stoxx 50, the Italian MIB, the Japanese Nikkei, UK FTSE and the French index new line. This is counterbalanced by short-term, actually long-term bullhorns warnings in the Dow and the E-mini S&P new line. I'd have to say that most of what I see in the world is a little bit confusing. Full stop, new line. And what's confusing about this is that what's most confusing about the overall market is that some things of cycles come to an end in terms of the bull soon, but the patterns are still somewhat confused, which is neither bullish nor bearish in the short term, but probably more bearish in the longer term new line. What we're seeing here is just confusion, a little bit of a pickup yesterday in terms of price, but not in volume, or at least closed price. Nothing really to be excited about here, new line. Dow Jones Industrial Average, new line. On the Dow Jones Industrial Average, we can have a stop loss at 33,587 on it still feels a little bit okay. not dead yet, new line, but really an inside day. So a close below 33,779 looks down towards 33,212. We are getting to the end of the slight uptrend that we've seen in terms of pattern and timing. Start to look to take profit if you've been heavily long, I think. New line. S&P 500 cash index, SPX. New line. Stop loss can be below 40.96, new line. At the moment we have no positions on in this new line. E-mini S&P, new line. We can see it lurking up. There's some things that are pretty about this. There are other things that are too close to the old top. So the 4200 area still comes to mind. At the moment it has gone a little bit overbought, even though it's not been trending much. Best idea is to have a stop loss at 41.40 if you are still long, new line. NASDAQ, new line. On the NASDAQ, what we're looking at is it's been holding okay. The billionaire robber barons are doing all right, looking for 13,422 on the top side. You could have a stop loss at 12,880 if you are in it. Buying a break above 13,109, new line. Volatility index, the VIX, new line. We went long on Monday market on open. It opened at 17.58. We did originally have an order at 17.25, which we lifted, and it's kind of a bit sedate at the moment, mate. So we're long, and we were hoping to buy a little bit more lower down. So we've bought 1/3 market on open, which was 17.58 entered. We're entered 1/3, and we are looking for 14.5. Stop loss will be at 13 on that trade, new line. We do think that the European markets are in the last vestiges of their uptrend, new line. And we need a stop loss at 15,703, looking down towards 15,485. It's really not trending. So after this 5-wave structure to the upside, which isn't the best one, a break really below 15,600 is negative, new line. Let's scoot along to the Australian Share Price Index Futures, new line. Australian Share Price Index Futures, SPI, new line. Have a stop loss at 73.29 if you're long. we're told that the market will open down by some media today, maybe because the SPY's a little bit lower, but doesn't look like much to me. We'll look at the hourlies and see more. If it does break down below 73.30, look for 72.20 new line. We refer to the forecast from last night to what I think longer term, new line. Australian share price index futures, SPI internals, new line. We will go back to the E-mini internals in a second. We can see it's landed on a reasonable high. The retracement is a little bit, maybe needs a little bit more of a push up towards 73.85 before it can try 73.39 new line. E-mini S&P internals, new line. We see a little bit of a reason to go short at the moment, looking for 41.30 on the downside, new line. I usually get in a little bit early. We're seeing here also, we're seeing there. Let's sell market and open, 1/3. Stop will be above 42.10, actually 42.15. We'll only do 1/3. We'll be looking down towards 41.64 and 41.60. Enter the 1/3. What do you think of that one there, Mark? Question mark, new line. Okay, let's move on to the Australian market, new line.